So what about you? Would you jump? Hello, welcome to Pattaya, Thailand, the sin city of indie hacking, or maybe just sin city without the indie hacking, one or the other. Yes, Pattaya is a city with certain reputation, but it's not all there is to Pattaya. So let's see what else is there. So first of all, there is not many alternatives to Pattaya when you really think about it. If you want a city in Thailand on the beach, what are your options? Pattaya is the biggest, it's like small Bangkok, you know. Hua Hin is like a sleepy town. Then you have Phuket, but that you are already on an island and you don't get the really city vibes you can get from Pattaya or Bangkok. So that's one thing. There's certain size, 300,000 people live here, something like that. It's really great size of the city, not too big, not too small, and it's super convenient to get here because you just hop on a bus or take a taxi from Bangkok and you can be here in even 2 hours or around that time. In fact, you can fly to the international airport and just go to the first floor and there will be a local bus you can take for like $5, literally $5. And it has AC, it's secure, they put tags on your luggage and everything. And then you wait a little bit and you are at the beach, you know. So the first thing about Pattaya is that there is no real alternative to a city of this kind of vibe. Maybe what crossed my mind is Da Nang in Vietnam, but I would still probably say I like Pattaya a little bit more because in Da Nang there is a lot of construction noise and a lot of rats, and I don't like rats. So let's say like that. And sure, you probably heard that Pattaya is full of these bars called agogo or lady bars or whatever, and that's true, and you cannot really avoid them, to be fair. So there's some truth to it. You cannot be too judgmental. But if you aren't, and you just do your own thing in the city, it's actually a very decent place. Very interesting place to be. Pattaya is actually a really local Thai city, you know. Like Thai people go here because it's convenient. Locals live here, families live here. Families visit. Sometimes the families take the child with the stroller through like a bar street or something, and it's a bit too much, but yeah, it's still a local place, first and foremost, I would say. At the very least, it's certainly the best place for running. I mean, look at that. Very wide, even floor, next to the beach, with sea views, and this stretch of promenade around the beach road lasts very long, so you can go there and back and you have enough. So even though people will suggest different areas in Pattaya, and they are somehow right, this very beach has this promenade, and it's certainly the best in Pattaya and maybe best in Thailand. People also come to Pattaya simply for the things around it. Like there is a really nice island called Koh Larn. There's also Monkey Island, a few other places around Pattaya proper that one might want to visit and then maybe have just a short stroll in the city, go to see the craziness of walking street or whatnot. So apart from going for the islands, you can of course just stay in Pattaya beach or perhaps go to Jomtien. Or what I like to go is to go to the one in the middle. It's called Squirrel Beach. There's also a nice coffee shop called Sense Cafe. It gives me very European vibes there. I really like it. But if you really want peace and quiet, just choose some nice hotel in the north part of the city, you know, kind of above the Pattaya beach. I was in one resort that I can recommend. It's named Centrala Grand Marriage Beach Resort. I was actually not staying there. It's not the cheapest place to be, but you can also buy a day pass. It's a little bit expensive because the whole place is mostly made for families and kids, but it's still worth it for one day to see it. And there's nice Coast Beach Club you can go to, and you don't have to pay entrance there or any kind of minimal spend, so you can just go there for coffee as well. So that's for kind of beach life you can do here. As I said, I kind of liked Squirrel Beach, so go check it out. Know me yet? I'm Josef, and I work on this project called Lake AI. And Lake AI can help you create blogs, even multiple blogs that you can manage at once, and then create social posts out of blog posts and mix and match content however you need. So go check it out at lakeai.com. But of course, as indie hackers, we don't spend time on the beach. We want to find some good cafe for some work. So for me, I found two coffee shops here that I really like. The first one is this very one where I got the cold brew. There's nice sitting, nice views. You can use the outside settings as well. It's called Note Cafe. And if you go a little bit down the road, there's also a Korean style cafe with really beautiful architecture. It's called Seoul Mason. It's next to a Korean restaurant called Hanok, which you can also visit. And that one is probably the most beautiful in terms of sitting and so on. But maybe the Note is comfortable in a different way, let's say. Then there's one coffee shop you can try to visit in Central Mall. That one has the best views, or one of the best views, because it's like on the third floor, so you have really, really nice views. The owner changed there, so now they changed some rules about the internet. They give access for a short time or something like that. So bring your own internet for that cafe. But the views are still worth it, so you can go to see it. And as I mentioned with the beaches, I really like the Sense Cafe, so that's another tip from me. Originally, I wanted to also recommend a kind of cafe slash co-working called Bamboo Company Cafe. But I just look at the map and it seems that they close it, perhaps not permanently, but temporarily. That was one of the best options here to go because it was always quiet. You didn't have any minimum spend or daily pass. It was big. There was always so much space, and the looks were also super, super nice, super modern. So I'm a bit sad that they temporarily closed it, but I kind of understand because when I was going there were not many people, so they could not run that kind of place just on my spend, of course. So that's one thing. And you know, when the work is over, you probably want some kind of entertainment, some kind of fun. And yes, there is fun in Pattaya. but I want to talk about different kind of fun for now. I will still talk about the other fun later, so make sure to finish the video. So what can you do in Pattaya if you don't account for some agogo bars? You can do go-karting. I actually did go-karting twice here in the same place because it's absolutely great, it's absolutely stunning. They even give you the full suite, it's not everywhere, and you can have fast car. So it's just a lot of fun. I would even go from Bangkok for this, just to drive, if you're someone to go with. Then go-karting, you know. Obviously we are on the beach, so you can do jet ski. I did one in Kolan, which may be a bit nicer, but you can also do it in Pattaya, especially because the beaches are not that clean in terms of the water quality for really nice swim, but you know, with the water sports still work nicely. Then of course there are night markets, there are aqua parks, right? Like the one I mentioned in the beach club, but also there are big aqua parks around, aqua worlds. You can go to cinema. I mean, it's really normal city, you know. You can do normal city stuff. Also, seen some recommendation for Duck Square for a skate park. So if you are a skater, maybe you want to check it out. Now that I told you that Pattaya is a decent place to visit if you have the time, let's talk about the dark side. One last thing, there is this Leh beach club where I actually decided to spend my birthday, celebrate my birthday, and I had really nice cocktails, I had really good food. It's very nicely done. It's not a typical beach club with a deep pool. There is a pool, but it's just like kids pool, or you know, just to put your feet in the water. But really nice place. I really like it, and the cocktails were exceptional, so I really recommend it. But now let's walk down the beach road and I will tell you about Pattaya's dark side. So if you go down the street all the way south, we arrive at Walking Street. Now Walking Street is just normal walking street, you know, like many cities in Thailand would have one. In fact, just across the hill there is Jomtien, and Jomtien also has its own walking street. Walking street is a mix entertainment for everything. There are regular cafes, there's a beach club, there are cannabis shops, but of course there's also nightclubs, bars, lady bars like Agogo, and strip bars. So there is really everything you might want or not is on that street. So it's actually something for everyone. It's not just some street you have to avoid. Maybe once or twice is still worth it to go there. Then you have Soi 6, which is the most famous bar street. It was actually a little bit over that side. It's not very much alive during the day, same with Walking Street. It gets busy at night. There are up to 2,000 ladies working in those bars. So that's what makes it famous, and that's why it's so popular. Now if you are asking how does it work, well, these bars work in a very simple way. You can come there, you can have a drink, and if you want, only if you want, you can also buy so-called lady drink for the lady. That not necessarily too expensive, it's just really normal price. It's a different drink, it's not from the menu, but that's how the girls earn money, or at least how they partially earn money. And then maybe if you buy them 2 or 3 drinks, they might suggest to offer you something more that's maybe not for YouTube. and that's how they make even more money later. So basically what it is that men just go there, they can spend their time drinking, but they have company. If they buy a few drinks, you know, the ladies might talk with them, sit with them, and that's it. You might not understand it, but it's a lot of older gentlemen. They might be lonely, so sometimes even just having a drink and chat is enough, or maybe then they buy something more. Now we are coming to Central Mall. This is a great mall, I really like it. And above is the famous Hilton Hotel. And there's one curiosity about this hotel. Well, for one, it was also in one Thai movie that I saw, which was pretty cool. But the curiosity is that there are jumpers from the hotel, you know, like just recently one guy from the 33rd floor jumped down, basically committed suicide. And there is a name for this here. It's called Flying Club. So these gentlemen are part of Flying Club. They fly from the hotel down below. It's said that, you know, they spend all their money on booze, alcohol, or drugs, or ladies, probably everything at once. And of course, let's not forget that, for example, Hilton is pretty expensive, so they also have to spend lots of money on the hotel. I'm curious if they really pay their last bill, or they just, you know, jump and bill is unsettled. But anyways, that's fine. That's one curiosity from here. The other one is that they're not just working girls in bars, but also they would line out here with those coconut trees all the way to Walking Street. This is especially visible in the southern part. So the north is more safe, you know, if you stay there, it's more quiet, more normal, let's say. And the south then got busy at night, and some locals call it coconut office. The ladies have coconut offices because each lady goes like under one tree, and then she waits for some customers. I assume they don't really speak much English. They use phones always with the customers or potential clients to discuss things, so they are on translators. And yeah, I guess that's the seedy part of Pattaya, the dark side of Pattaya that people talk about and why they dismiss the city is definitely here. It's not like you won't see it, because you will. But I still think it's worth coming if you are not too judgmental and just like let other people do their thing. You can still do your thing and it's all good. So that was Pattaya. What do you think? So what about you? Would you jump? I mean, it's a nice hotel, probably a nice fall with a view. It's one way of finishing it, I suppose.
That again, he was like, and everybody else tonight again, he was like,